Welcome to the game.
Look at that impressive music. It's the only thing impressive about this game. Hi, I'm Taylor.
Hi, I'm Blair, and I was going to say that picture is pretty impressive too, but
No.
jeez. No love.
No love from Taylor for this.
This is us, and this is Bitchin Podcast. We're playing Mass Effect Andromeda today because we didn't have the capability of playing any of the other Mass Effects.
We had the capability. We just didn't have the audio capability.
Because I was already halfway here by the time we realized we needed a mic. So
I think that just means we need to move closer.
Okay.
Cool.
Give me some money.
You can just live here.
We'll
We'll get bunk beds and Chris can have the couch.
Oh.
I didn't hear that.
Good.
Okay.
You'll hear it in the delay.
You'll hear it later.
Oh, bunk bed? No.
So yeah, we're playing Mass Effect Andromeda today, but we're going to be talking most likely much more about the original trilogy, and then also talking about relationships, but not just the romantic kind that you find in Mass Effect. Also
real
friendships
friendships
too.
and Mass Effect.
That's true. Okay, so you make all these kind of relationships in Mass Effect, and we're going to talk about life relationships in real life. So friendships, family ships, is that a thing? And
I'll say it is.
real like partnerships, all the ships.
You ship it?
I ship it.
I ship
it. But yeah, so to explain the stretch, because I feel like I have to explain the stretch all the time.
This one's not too much of a stretch, at least.
This one's not too bad.
Let's be real. 95% of people like Mass Effect because of the space sex. That was a made-up statistic, but I'm gonna say I'm not far off.
I don't think you're wrong. Go ask Tumblr. Tumblr would definitely agree with you.
Totally random. I got an email today to my email that was just like, hey, so-and-so is like followed you on Tumblr. And I was like, I still have a Tumblr?
I will randomly jump on my Tumblr sometimes and then like scroll through my dash and see something, and it's usually it's bad. It's usually something about depression, and then I'm like, haha, relatable, and then I post it, and then I log off. Like, that's it.
I remember, so I had like a Tumblr that I kept active for so long. Like, I was so dedicated to it. Like, I had extra pages for all of my tags. Like, it was pristine. Like,
mine is still
I
like
could have
that, yeah.
submitted that and probably got so many web design jobs too, because I like created it from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was so proud of it. And then because it was like a really old, outdated email one day, it like kicked me out and I was never able to get back in. So then I made another one, and then I just wasn't dedicated enough to it. And I don't know what brain space I was in when I made the new one. But now whenever I go on and I like scroll through the dashboard, that's what's called, right? With everyone else's posts. I scroll through the dashboard and it's like all Mass Effect pictures or Lord of the Rings. So I was just every page that I followed. Yeah, it's
because you followed me.
That I followed. It was like Mass Effect or Lord of the Rings related. And then like sometimes some like punk band, because you know it was back in the day. And apparently I still get emails that's there, so I'll log in someday. Same with Twitter. I've owned a Twitter, literally, I don't think I've ever even made a tweet in my life, but I get updates all the time being like, so-and-so followed you and all this stuff. And then like one day something Jake was like, because I said something, I was like, oh, you're not on Facebook, but I'll just like text you. He's like, you can tweet it at me. I was like, I don't have a Twitter. He's like, you're a liar. I just added you yesterday. I was like, I don't use it.
You could tweet it at me?
He was just being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
But then I was like,
you could LinkedIn message me. Like, what? Oh, shit. I almost spilled my box wine everywhere.
I already spilled some on the carpet when I was dancing to Cher. I just didn't say anything because I didn't want y'all to know, but I'm going to just confess it now.
I mean, it's your carpet, and you will always remember it.
I also blotted it up with this random sock I found.
Taylor is living the high life. Woo! We're starting on a great
Jesus.
start
Anyway.
today.
I'm gonna start as Sarah because I want to be a girl.
Jabomb.com. Not really.
She's so cool. Nah. Psych. Just joking.
I feel like I need to, put a little disclaimer out there that everything I'm going to say today is very biased, and I'm not even trying to not be, because the original Mass Effect was my life for a very long time. I made a lot of friends because of it. Well,
Taylor, okay, wait. Can we pause? She
Yes.
said was. No, you don't talk about it as much anymore, but looking around this room, you have all the characters on throw pillows. Not joking. That is here all over the place.
But also, you missed the biggest point, that my cat is named Tally.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot. Yeah, you also have...
Oh,
yeah.
she woke up looking at a cute sleepy face.
Mass Effect was a part of my life such a long time ago.
No, I said was my whole life. It's not my whole life anymore. It's still a giant part of it,
I'm going to click this.
but yeah.
But we're going to keep talking about it. Which one should I do? Normal?
Normal.
Normal.
Right.
But yeah, so Mass Effect is my baby, my favorite. I came into Andromeda hopeful with an open mind, and it still dashed my dreams, broke my heart into a million pieces, threw it on the ground,
I think we should
rubbed
also
in some dirt.
I think we should also say neither of us have actually finished this game.
No, yeah, that's true as well.
I've barely played it. The only time that I didn't, because, okay, so when this game came out, you had pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, whenever I go back to Texas, I'll just play it at Taylor's.
Yeah, see, you're also in another country without a gaming system, so.
I had Steam. Oh, I couldn't get it on Steam. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I figured I would just play it with you, and you pre-ordered it. And then as soon as you started playing it, I was like, how was it? And I just remember you going, it sucks. And just being like, okay, I won't buy it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've only played a slight bit. Taylor
Yeah.
has played quite a bit more than me. But
Yeah, I played it till the point that I got aggravated enough with it that I rage quit. And so it's been very hard for me to go back to it. In fact, this is the first time we're going back to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember really. Like, I know you're trying to go colonize other planets and shit. But I really don't. Oh, wait a minute. No, I remember the desert planet being. That's what I'm going to be playing right now. I hated the desert planet. Like,
Oh, the ice planet's worse.
Oh, great.
Just saying.
So much fun.
Okay, you know what? Before I bitch more about it, let's actually talk about it. I was going to talk about the original 3 first, but since we're playing this one now, I'll talk about it first. Then go into the happy stuff and the stuff that I like.
Yeah, so everybody can watch this lovely intro while we talk about we talk about the old
But
games.
also, I will say Clancy Brown is the voice actor for Alec Ryder, who's your dad. And that is the best part of the entire game. Because one, Clancy Brown's amazing. 2, his voice is almost more amazing than he is. And then he just makes... I mean, and I'm also going to preface this, I don't know anything about him as a human, but acting-wise, he's amazing. Who knows? He could be a horrible human, and I just don't know
I love you
it.
for your voice.
But I've seen a couple interviews. He seems like a chill dude. But, so that is by far my favorite part of the entire game. But, spoiler alert, for this entire thing, if no one's ever played any of these games, he dies pretty freaking quickly into it, and then your only, interaction or, his voice being in it are these, flashbacks, and it's not as cool.
So then Taylor gets upset. His dad's not in it anymore.
No, it was really good. But
It does look so pretty, though.
It is gorgeous. And I mean, and the gameplay itself is smooth, you know, like it's not like clunky or weird from what I remember. Who knows? I might bitch about it when I get back on the controller. But you know, from playing it, I remember it being enjoyable enough to play. It's just like the story and the characters and all the complaints I'll get into made it a little more plus. Also, I have not played it since they released a bunch of patches and updates and DLCs and stuff, because when I played it the first time, I had like multiple game-breaking glitches that would like ruin entire missions for me, and then I wouldn't be able to do them, and I would have to go back on saves multiple times, and the last one that happened, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm not playing this anymore, because I was just like, there can't be this many freaking game-breaking glitches.
Yeah, that's annoying. Also, I mean, we've both played these games quite a bit. Like, not Andromeda, but the other three quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, which you probably know this, I actually never finished 3.
I did know this.
Because, and why that is, it's not because I didn't like it, it's because I watched you basically play through the whole game, because this is when we were roommates in college, and I basically watched you play all through 3, so,
It was just fresh.
I knew how the ending. I knew everything because it felt like I had played it because I was just watching you play, you know. And then I played through 1 and 2, of course, and then started to play 3. I actually think I got pretty far into 3, but then I had watched you finish it, and then I moved to Korea and I didn't bring my Xbox with me.
Yeah.
So we know
Chris hasn't played them either.
What?
Have you played 2 or have you only played 1?
1 and 2.
Okay, he's played 1 and 2. He hasn't played any of 3. And I did not know him when I was playing through Mass Effect, so he hasn't even got to watch.
Oh, wow.
So he doesn't know. I mean, I've played it a couple times, I think, since we've been together, but not like in depth. Because I've played through the first 3 games at least 3 times.
Yeah. I need
That's
to
a
go
lot
back.
of my life.
I have them on Steam, and I need to go back. The thing is like, I'm so much like, oh, I gotta make choices.
But yeah, this just kind of explains, like, it's an emotional choice, a logistical, casual, professional, because it's not Renegade and Paragon anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the Dragon Age, where it's like certain like characteristics are making your choices. Yeah, or you're
Okay.
making your choices based on certain like characteristics or your personality.
I'm gonna go pretty cash. I'm cash with Lexi.
Oh, why I haven't kept playing it, because I'm very much like, I want to play 2 really bad, and I do want to finish 3, but I really want to play 2 because Jack. But I feel like I have to play through 1 first because I want to carry over all that stuff. But I hate the end of 1. I hate that
literally,
boss battle.
in my notes, I have a section about the obnoxiously horrible last battle of Mass Effect 1.
I think actually
I
that's
remember
where
having to beat it for you when I came to New Orleans to play with you.
It makes
and
me
it still
so mad.
took me like an hour.
It makes me so mad because I'll just like, I keep just like making like 1 mistake and then it's like done. So yeah, I hate it. I'm gonna have to go, if I really get to the point where I really want to play 2, I'm just gonna not finish 1 and then start playing 2, but then it's not gonna be real.
Well, you can do, when you start Mass Effect 2, you can do like a comic book, and then the comic book goes through the entire series of events for the first one, and then it has you pick your choices.
I think I have that DLC. Is it DLC?
And it's like an add-on or something, yeah.
A 0.5 DLC. I think I have that. I don't know. I'll have to check
Yeah.
because I'm doing it like through Steam, so I don't
Yeah.
know. But
No, yeah, I think that's an option. Like, you can do, like, import character, new character, or, like, comic, like, choices. Like, it may even be built in at this point, like, being so long after the games. Don't quote me on it. I think you can make the comic choices of the big major plot points that, like, drive what happens in the story. The only thing is when you start, you don't get to, like, start already at the level that you, like, ended out on 1. Because you got to carry over, like, levels and stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
That's true. All right, yeah.
Let's go back to the worst game of the series. This one. Mass Effect Andromeda. Guess where it takes place?
Andromeda. Hey, I get a point. Drink wine.
Points for Blair.
Everybody drink because I got a point.
Cheers. That's pretty damn good for box wine.
I know, right? It's not that bad.
Anyway, Andromeda takes place in the Andromeda Galaxy. So, 634 years after the previous games. This takes place. Long ass time. So it's right after all the shit happens in Mass Effect 3. So essentially, in the Mass Effect world, but you don't know it until this game, they put all these people on arcs, all the different like alien races, and they were shooting them out to the Andromeda galaxy to start over again because they thought the Reapers were going to destroy the whole world and no people, aliens, anything would be alive anymore. So they go off, do your thing. As you just saw, everyone, or like some shit just happened and kind of like goofed up the planet or the arc that you're on, and you kind of crash land on this planet. You play as Sarah Ryder, or if you choose to play her brother, Scott Ryder. And that's kind of the...
Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to be moving.
Oh, yes.
My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. And so that is, you know, who you are. But pretty much all of the Milky Way races will arrive the Helios cluster in the middle of this, like, horrible, like, war between the two native races of this galaxy. You've got the Ket, and they're just, like, this barbaric, war-torn, like, race that is just trying to assimilate the traits of the other species. And they're just, like, wrecking shit up, essentially. And then you have the Angara, which are, like, these humanoid aliens whose civilization is being targeted and nearly decimated by the Ket. So the Ket are attacking the Angara. And then also, you go around to all of these different planets, and you're investigating these ancient ruins by, like, a really old alien race, the Jordan. I don't really know how you say it because I haven't played this in forever and don't remember how they pronounce it. But yeah, you go to all these things. That's kind of how you're learning about this and technology and all the like crazy shit that's going down. Then the Andromeda Initiative is kind of what everyone is a part of to try and colonize this, like make a new life and all of this. So they go out, the goal is to settle the Andromeda Galaxy, traveling in the arcs with all of the Milky Way races, including the humans, Asari, Turians, Solarians, and Krogans. And like I said, this happens over 600 years after Mass Effect, so they're like cryogenically like frozen for this, so they don't age and they can just like kind of chill out, because that's how you start, as you're unfrozen. And you're like, cool. But then you kind of learn that not everyone has been unfrozen because you don't have the resources, because you've crash landed and all these things are broken. And that's just like one of the really annoying things that apparently become your job, is deciding who gets unfrozen when. But basically you gather these points at certain times. You can be like scientists or this, and you can like, because there's just like a bunch of extra bullshit that you can do in this game.
That's actually kind of interesting. That sounds, from a sounding standpoint, it sounds kind of interesting.
In theory, everything about this game should have been great.
Yeah.
In theory. But it's just, you have to deal with that. You have to deal with picking what's going on this. You have to do all these other things. I can't even remember now. Doing all these little like side missions where you send off like people to random planets. And that actually had a little phone app, which was kind of cool. So you could like do it when you're away from playing the game. You could do your like fire team stuff. But yeah, so each arc contains a team of like these people, you know, the ones that are actually going to be doing the like muscle work. Because like I said, you have the scientists, you have all these other people back there, but you have your voice. You have this team. So anyway, you have this team that is led by the Pathfinder, who currently is your father. And they are tasked to explore and ensure that the worlds are safe, that if there's any other potential locations that are hospitable before like settling can begin, because obviously you're not going to throw people on Mars assuming they can breathe, because they can't. So you have to figure out like where the hell you can actually go. And that's kind of the job of this team, because there is a citadel of sorts here that a lot of people chill on. And it's like the midway point. But yeah, so pretty much that. You go planet to planet looking at all of those ruins. You go just searching to learn more about the universe. And my biggest complaint, the only 2 alien races in an entire galaxy But yeah, anyway, and then also trying to find the rest of the arcs and the people, because during all of this, you lose touch with all of the other arcs, with all the other, like, alien races.
Yeah. Here, wait, can we go back to that? I actually think that that's one of the biggest mess-ups. One of the biggest ones is the fact that there was, like, no real new alien races. Like,
Yes.
it's like you had so much potential. People loved, I mean, that's a big part of, like, the first games that people loved. It's like, whoa, look at all these crazy ass aliens that have very identifiable, like, cultures and features and stuff that was so cool to be like.
Everything was rounded. Like, yeah, you knew the quirks of each race, like what they stood for, like their background. Like, you knew the Turians were the first ones to really meet up with the humans, and then there was a war, and then, you know, the Solarians and the Krogans and the genocide and the genophage, not genocide, genophage, and like all these things. Like, they have backstories before your game even freaking starts.
Oh yeah.
This one, again, spoiler alert, and spoiler alert for you too, because I don't think you've made it to this point. You have two alien races. You have the Ket and the Angara. The Ket are literally the Angara. They're just corrupted by the Scourge, or whatever the hell it's called.
That's
So it's
nice.
one alien race, and half of them have been, like, mutated into something else.
That's so lame.
Because exactly the first one, you've got the Turians, the Asari, the Krogans, the Solarians, the Vorcha, the Hanar, like all these random, like, alien races that you don't even really deal with that much, but they're there.
Yeah. No, that's something that I feel like I'm gonna consider, even though, you know, video games is different, but I'm gonna wrap it all in a bundle and say Hollywood.
Damn,
like,
you, Hollywood.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a huge problem, because probably one of the reasons why they did that is because they were scared that fans were gonna be like, meh, this is nothing like the old games, blah blah blah. It's like, well, yeah, if I wanted to play the old games, I would play the old games.
Yeah.
I want some new stuff. And I really hope, like, I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I haven't heard. Are they planning to make another Mass Effect? Have they spoken about it?
I don't believe so. The main problem, and I think the reason that this game is not as well-rounded as everyone had hoped, was there were a ton of issues with production, and teams, like the lead team people for the first ones dropped out and didn't do this one, and then there was the whole issue with, like, EA and all this. So there was, like, roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. So I don't know all of it, because there's just so much getting thrown around, and it was just, like, making me depressed about the game. So I was like, I'm not going to read it, because I want to just go in how I can. But I know there were a lot of issues going into the game, just with production, with the team, people, entire teams, like, leaving or getting fired, and just so much bullshit that they did not get to delve as much into the game as they wanted to. Plus, probably in EA fashion, they were, like, really pressed on a release date, because I remember this release date got pushed back so many times. They're probably like, no, get the game out.
That is true.
That's an assumption. I may be wrong. Don't yell at me. But
no, I think you're right. Like, but that's so sad, because it's like, if fans were true fans of the game and of what Mass Effect is, like, me speaking personally, I would rather have a kick-ass game and have to wait years for a kick-ass game than it be, you know, presented to me and be like, oh, look, it looks pretty, but the story sucks and nothing really holds and you really don't give a shit about anything. Like, I would so much rather have a kick-ass game. That's just me. And, you know, maybe the majority, maybe I have an unpopular opinion here, but I highly doubt it. You know, just by hearing the kind of backlash from this game. It's like, that's what people want. People want, you can still have that, oh, this feels like Mass Effect, and it doesn't have to be exactly like the first 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, too, is another thing that kind of got blurred, is because they wanted to make this game that is very much focused on, you're a new person in a new world, you have to start from scratch, which they, you know, you do. You literally go to an empty planet, you make sure it's safe, you're like, military outpost, do it, and then people start settling that planet, and, like, stuff happens. And I feel like they really wanted to focus on you are creating a new world.
Mhm.
But it's like, I don't know, you're still making a Mass Effect game. Like, include some of the things that you like. Like, I feel like they tried with some of the crew and stuff that you have, but it's more focused on, like, run around, shoot things, explore things, build stuff, you know, make a world, and not as much about the people.
Yeah.
Which is what, like, makes Mass Effect so freaking cool.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's kind of why I rounded that out and made it all Hollywood. It's because you see the same thing. Like, one of my biggest bones to pick with the new, like, Star Wars that are coming out is because I really did not like, I really didn't like, what it was at 7, because the whole time I was watching it, I was like, this is exactly like 4. This is just a repeat of 4. And I was like, it's the same movie with just a little nostalgia. Like, the storyline was the same with a little bit of nostalgia sprinkled on that. It's like I don't want that.
Exactly. And, like, I get it. Like, I do get it, because it's bringing in a whole new generation that has never seen Star Wars or, you know, has done that.
Parents need to do better and show their kids the old movies.
Well, yeah, but, you know, that's not going to happen to kids these days. Damn Gen Z
children.
or whatever we're on now. But, like, I get it. I don't agree with it. It's like, you know, do a little... I don't know, I don't want to say a little of both, but, like, give that nostalgia to, you know, please the older folks that are watching this. But also, like, start a new story.
Exactly.
Like, you know, it's like, oh, here's the kid. Oh, she has powers. Oh, there's a bad guy. Oh, he's wearing a black mask. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's like we've been here before. And, you know, that's the thing, is you see it so much in so many... Sorry, people. If we didn't preface this enough, we are both in film, so this is like it hits deep. But it's just like there's no originality anymore. It seems like, and like you see it in movies and you see it in games. That's where I'm trying to get at. Whenever this came out, it was so much. They tried. I don't even want to say they tried hard to make it like the old one. It's just like. They were like, oh, let's just kind of like make some old things, and then everything else will be like, oh, okay, you know. Yeah. It's just really sad. It's really sad because, like you said, the on paper and the potential that they had could have been amazing. It just didn't.
It just fell flat, and I think the majority on that falls to the issues they had in production and losing certain crew. And all of that, you know, because you lost the original brains of the original game. So then you had just a bunch of new people coming in and trying their best to get it. Which, if you haven't, like, been molded by it, you know, built into that universe and built it and sat there and had those conversations of the many little details, like, new people coming in aren't going to do that. Because think of Mass Effect 1. It's a good game, but it's... on, like, face level, it's like this. It's just like, you know, like 3 people, you got 1 bad guy, you run around and shoot things, there's a romance.
Yeah.
But it's like it built into something really great. And Mass Effect 1 at the time was like, whoa, this is really good.
Yeah.
But we're in 2017 when this released. It needs to surpass that. It had source material to grow from, you know?
Yeah, and that is an interesting thing to bring up, because I don't think I've ever talked to a person who's just played this game to see, like, what they think about this game. It's like, do you think it's cool if you haven't played the other ones and stuff like that? And maybe so, but, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's definitely, and yeah, it also is really sad that they wouldn't be able to build on it. With that being said, hopefully this is hope to see what can BioWare put out next. If they're leaving this behind, can they, you know, they got this, they got Dragon Age, like, can you start a new saga story and do it again with, like, something else? So that's kind of, that I'm being optimistic. I support BioWare, and I
will always, because they gave me, like, some of the greatest things that I've ever played.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I hope they can do better.
I just, like, this one fell flat, and it's not like, I mean, I will always bitch about it because it broke my heart. Emotionally,
You
this
started
is the
this with,
worst. Yes. Emotionally, this ruined me. But as like a playable game, like it feels good. It has enjoyable moments. Like if you're into that exploration, that sort of stuff, it's good. I just like more story-driven sort of things, and already coming in with so many feelings for this like franchise, it just like broke my heart. But as a game, I feel like it's like okay to play. And that's kind of been the feedback I've gotten, like talking to other people and stuff, is everyone that I was like friends with that like got me into this game, and we like really like bonded, and we were like Mass Effect, oh my god,
We
like
bonded because of this game.
did well, one of the bondings.
One of the many. This is one of the points.
Yes. I actually, not that long ago, you know, Facebook does the memories that pops up. It was a Facebook memory of you sitting in our dorm couch with the Xbox controller playing your first day of Mass Effect 1. I was like,
baby me.
Blair playing the game for the first time. Oh, how her life changed. But yeah, like I was saying, the feedback that I've gotten is most everyone that has been like diehard into the series was disappointed by this. And then people that like liked the games, maybe weren't as crazy about it as I am. We're like, it was enjoyable enough, like I finished it, you know? So I haven't heard a single one that's been like, this game's badass. It's just like, I finished it because I wanted to, and I like did, or it's, I hate this. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone ever listening to us, if that's everything, has played this and has feedback, let me know, because I will talk with you for millions of years about Mass Effect. But also, if this happens to be the only Mass Effect game you've played, I'd really be curious to hear feedback on if
Yeah,
this
me
is
too.
the only
That'd be
one.
interesting, for
Yeah.
sure. Oh, we crashing.
Yeah, shit gets real.
Oh no!
Oh, I was gonna bring up when I was staring at your dad talking earlier. One thing that this game did that was super cool is so you get to also get ready.
Am I supposed to be piloting this fall?
Pretty much. So one thing that this game did that I thought was super cool, just a little tiny detail, but I was like, whoa! And I didn't realize it did it until I watched Chris playing his. So you customize your character, and then based on how you customize your character, it changes how your brother and dad look. So y'all all look the same.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did my character, and then I saw my dad, and I was like, cool. And then I came in, and Chris played. I was like, who's that? He's like, it's my dad. And I was like, what? And so I looked up, and I was like, that's actually really cool.
That is really cool. I do love the like customization, being able to like remembering the old games, being able to carry your customized shepherd through all of that kind of stuff. That is really cool. I am a super fan of game customization, and because I mean it's just like I'm trying to think. Oh, what is it? Destiny that y'all been playing.
Yeah.
It's like you got your helmet on the whole damn time. It's like it's just a dude. Like you don't feel like really,
Yeah. I like things like, I mean,
it's like I want to look at that face and be like, I made that face.
yeah.
But not in like a creepy way. It's like I computer made that face. You know, and like
I spent so much time on that. No, that's how I was. So I played Fallout 4, and I made the most attractive video game character ever.
Show me the picture. We'll post it to our Discord.
Yes, gorgeous. I was so proud of myself. He was so handsome. And I was like, I want to see his face. So I did the thing where you can like toggle to where you're wearing your helmet for stats, but you're not actually wearing your helmet so you can see. Because I was like, I want to see him. I made a handsome character. Like, I wasn't sure because I always do like the husband and the wife and then like decide which one I'm going to do. And I was like, nah, he's too dreamy. I'm going to stare at him the entire time. So, but yeah, so if it's got that option to toggle off the helmet, I am very pleased. I think the original, or Mass Effect 3 had that option to toggle the helmet off and on.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
I don't remember if the other ones did, but I know for sure I think oh shit, now I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3, one of them, or both of them had the option to toggle the
Also, just while we're talking about this game in comparison to the old ones, can we talk about how much I miss Jennifer Hale's voice acting?
Oh, she's
like,
just a beautiful person.
Iconic. Just
Yes.
like, I mean, she is Shepard. I can pick her voice out of anything because I'm like, it's Shepard. Like, I hear Shepard, and it won't be Shepard.
Oh yeah, no, she's a voice in anything else, and I'm like, Shepard?
Yeah.
Like, she did Wonder Woman for something, and I was like, in Injustice, she's Wonder Woman.
Yes.
And I was like, Shepard?
Yeah.
Like, and she's Wonder Woman, also another one of my most favorite female characters ever, and I'm like, you're just my favorite
She's
female.
just a wonderful human being, and I actually watched the thing she was on. I watched Critical Role, and she was on a Critical Role one-shot once, and that's not what I want. And she played D&D, and she was like, it's very interesting to see after, because I think of her as, oh no, I gotta sprint, I gotta sprint. I, think of her as Shepard, even though she's not, but it's interesting that, like, to see her as a person,
right,
like, out of the Shepard, like, facade or whatever. But she's still wonderful. I still love her. I still want to meet her and hang out with her and just have her quote.
Oh yeah, no, I need to meet her.
Oh no! Whee! Oh God, where am I?
Further away, you just have to jump.
Oh, okay. Sprinty. I do like the jump aspect of this game.
I like her little, like, monkey little... Another thing
I'm not done.
that had a lot of promise and then just, like, wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be, because I watched a lot of gameplay of the actual combat. And the cool thing in this one is you don't have to pick, being just biotics or being just a soldier or being tech. You get to kind of mix and match a little bit, and you can make like little, like your three main powers, and you can kind of mix it a little bit and be able to have little pieces of everything.
Yeah.
Watching the gameplay before it was released of the combat, it made it seem like you could do all these awesome things at once, not just 3 of them. Which I know if you had to do all of them, it would just get way too cumbersome and, like, difficult. But it's like, come on, any other game, I get more than 3 cool things to do.
Yeah.
Or, like, give me a little bit of a cooldown. Something. I don't know. And so it was just kind of... I mean, it's still fun. I still like that you get to do all these different things and get to mix and match what powers you like. You're not stuck with just certain, like, things. But it just seemed like it was going to be cooler than it actually was. Your bro just got shot in the head like 3 times.
He alright.
He fine. But anyway, let's go on into the magic that is the original Mass Effect. So yeah, Mass Effect is like a overall, which makes it super cool. Obviously action, obviously RPG, obviously third person, and obviously a shooter. So it's like this beautiful magic mixing pot of greatness. Yeah. But so Mass Effect 1 came out 2007, Mass Effect 2 2010, 3 2012, Andromeda 2017. All by BioWare, which we've said many times, but good old BioWare, which, like we've also said, did like Dragon Age, which I'm sure we will get to very soon in this podcast. Actually, side note as well, because I like doing those. Chris says that I'm not allowed to play Inquisition.
Oh, I remember that.
Because I've tried to play it 3 times, and every time that I've tried to play it, there's been issues with our PlayStation to the point that it deletes our entire memory. It's not directly related to me playing like Dragon Age, it's just something that happens, but it happens to happen every time I try to play Inquisition. So I've never actually finished it, which is something I want to do because I love the original Dragon Ages. But so yeah, so like this one takes place in the Andromeda galaxy 634 years, I think I said, after Mass Effect 3. The original one takes place in the Milky Way galaxy, because that's where Earth is. Science, astronomy, I know things. And it revolves around Commander Shepard. Unlike this one, where you can be like either the brother or the sister, In the first one, you are just always Commander Shepard. You just get to pick whether you want to be boy Shepard or girl Shepard.
Femme Shepard all the way, who?
Them shit. But anyway, yeah, so Shepard's total badass. And they are trying to save the galaxy from a race of super powerful mechs called Reapers. And they're just big, mega monster things. I say monster, I mean they're mechanical. But they're terrifying. They look like spaceships, and they want to end the world. But the first game, you get to go head-to-head with with their indoctrinated lackey, Saren, your fave.
Jesus. How do I forgot everything about this game. And I forgot how to turn it to where I don't want to be covered
I think you can click a stick and it'll do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, because that's the thing, I'm thinking the originals, and the originals just did it.
Yeah, it didn't need to be told. I mean, you could click a stick and aim differently if you wanted, but it would go around cover normally. You're trying to save the galaxy from a race of powerful mechs called the Reapers, and then in the first game, you get to go head-to-head against their indoctrinated lackey, Saren. He is a Turian that was a Spectre for the Council. And it goes a little dark because, like I said, he gets indoctrinated by the big scary monster mechs. But Shepard learns that the Reapers are really just giant dicks, and that they plan to, yet again, wipe out the entire galaxy of all organic life, which is a thing that they apparently do on a reoccurring circle of genocide because, you know, dicks. Whatever.
Yeah, like seriously, I remember like playing this game for the first time and like hearing them basically be like, yeah, you know, we don't want you here, we're just gonna take you out. Be like, you know, I thinking of me, like if it was real life, like what would I do? You know, I would like to be, no, you're not gonna do that to the human race, but in real life I would just be like, oh, why?
You're like, you are bigger than any spaceship I've seen, I can't stop you. Bye.
But then I don't want to be a husk. Those husks scared me
So creepy. And they got like creepier as the games
Oh, they were so scary.
So anyway, after, as Blair has stated, a very obnoxiously annoying battle, at the end of the first game, we defeat Saren, and then even though this whole battle happened on the Citadel, you get to see the giant Reaper Sovereign, who is the one controlling Saren and is trying to kind of make sure everything is good and like get the Reapers to come back from their like hibernation out in deep space. And he is a Reaper himself, a giant and terrifying. And so many people see this, and still people are like, I don't know if they're real. I don't know if it's really gonna happen.
That part made me so mad because it was just like, whoa, duh, like,
do you think just like me and Saren did all of this damage to the Citadel? No. I don't know. I mean, people still think the Earth's flat, so.
That is true. Good point.
There's
point.
people that won't listen to reason. Anyway.
What about that NASA live cam, though?
Right. Okay, so then takes us to the second game. It takes place 2 years later. The main antagonists in this one are the Collectors, which is another alien race to add to the list of all the alien races in the first freaking game. They're an alien race that's also trying to help out on the Reapers returning, and they think, oh, we'll help out the Reapers by going to all these human colonies all across the galaxy and kidnapping every single human.
Scary as hell.
Yep, so basically, you're trying to figure out why, inevitably do, fight them, and Shepard is forced into a kind of controversial and uneasy alliance within the game with a pro-human paramilitary organization, Cerberus, in an effort to discover why the humans are disappearing, all of this. Also, at the very beginning of Mass Effect 2, Shepard totally dies.
She does.
Because the Collectors, like, take this beam and cut across the Normandy, and she dies saving Joker.
Which, love Joker.
Right.
Always want more Joker.
Always.
That's one thing about the old games that I was always sad about. They always needed more Joker.
Yep.
I love Seth Green, and
I would go up
him
there.
being that character.
Yes, I would go up there and talk to him all the time, and he would just say the same things over and over. But I'm like, it's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed more. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! They see us.
But yeah, so yeah, Shepard totally dies.
Down.
She gets sucked out into space. Her helmet comes off. You know, that's not a good sign for her life. But then Cerberus, like, rebuilds her. You gotta, like, fight your way just across the galaxy, per usual. So that's in a very, very tiny nutshell, the second game, because it's my favorite. I will talk about it forever. The third game then centers around the war being waged against the Reapers, because guess what? They were here. Shepard wasn't a liar. Shit's going down.
What? Shepard wasn't a liar?
What?
But we all thought she was.
Oh, well, guess that's... teaches you. Anyway.
Who's that? Not Anderson, the other one.
Udina. Udina. Yeah, no, I hated him. I love the moment when it's like, we're gonna have a human on the council. Who should it be? And I'm like, Anderson, because Udina.
If anybody picked Udina, you suck. Like,
Right.
if you didn't pick Anderson, screw you.
But, like, Anderson doesn't want to be on the council. So maybe they were thinking
but he
for him.
should be.
I would be interested to know, because there is that point in which Udina, like, stabs everyone.
Uh-huh.
And that's, like, a whole big ordeal. Does he still do that if he's a part of the council?
Oh, I bet.
Because I've never voted him into the council because I want him gone, like, ASAP.
Yeah. No, it would
I
actually
also
be...
actually killed the council the first time.
I remember that. Crouch, bitch. I was thinking about this earlier today when we were talking about playing this game. It would be like really interesting to go back and play the original Mass Effects, like completely different than I did the first time. It would be really fun.
It's really fun. Like, I did, the first time I played it, obviously, however I would play it. The second time, I attempted to do Renegade.
Oh, shit!
Like, straight Renegade, and it is painful.
Yeah, because things die. People die.
Yeah. I remember, and it was the first time I was playing the game, I accidentally, because you know how it's like the little communication tree, and you can pick whatever the 4 options. I went to pick a certain option, and like the stick kind of slipped, and I hit another one, and it was in the third game where Legion is going to upload himself into the thing and be a part of the hive mind and make all of the Geth stop attacking. Well, I clicked it wrong, and instead he like did that, and I don't think it worked, and so he's like dead, and then the Geth then attack all of the Quarians that are on their ship. The Geth then attack all the Quarians who live on this ship and murdered every single Quarian, and Tally is standing there with me watching it happen, and she just walks to the edge of the cliff, takes off her mask, and jumps off.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
remember
sitting
you
there
killed,
like
both of them.
Oh, I like had a small heart attack because as soon as I hit it, I was like, no, that's not what I wanted to do. And then it did it. That is the first and only time I ever went back a save. Like, I made it a rule that like my choices were my choices and I wasn't going back on them. That was the only time I was like, I did not mean to do that. I murdered 2 people. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And then that's like the choice you have to make as the renegade. And I knew it was coming, and I just like closed my eyes so I didn't have to watch it again. It was so
I don't know if I could do that.
Did you know? Fun fact, Laffy Taffy has a Twitter account.
Hey?
It's a really good Twitter account because it's all just stupid jokes.
That's kind of cool.
Right? Also, I don't know if you recall, or other people recall, there was a bunch of controversy on Mass Effect 3 about the ending of Mass Effect 3.
What? No, there wasn't. Everybody loved the ending.
Right?
Everybody thought it was great.
It was crazy.
Sorry, I'm meaning nerds.
That's, but I'm gonna let you eat them because they're really loud.
No, you can go for it.
No, it's gonna mess up our clean audio.
I won't chew them.
But the box is loud. It's so loud in my headset.
Go.
Alright. So yeah. There was a lot of controversy at the end of 3. People being all pissed off about the ending, which I played after the DLCs for the new ending actually released. So I never played just the original, but I did look up and they are pretty lackluster. Like, it just kind of ends and it's real ambiguous, and it made it seem like your choices didn't really matter, even though that's kind of the big thing about the game is every choice you make impacts the future of the game. Yeah. But they released DLC, kind of fixed it, added some more to the ramp up, added some cutscenes after, added some cutscenes within the battle scenes to be like, oh, this is what happened, your choice mattered, and the outcome did this. So it made it a little more well-rounded. But the Mass Effect 3 choices that you had really at the end were destruction, which meant just destroy the Reapers and pretty much every single, like, mechanical being. So all AI, all of that. Also, in turn, you pretty much died. Shepard always is dead. But, so you had that. You had control the Reapers, which pretty much you would become the, like, remember the little ghost boy? Mm-hmm. It is kind of the AI for it. You would pretty much become in charge of the Reapers and be like, okay, bye, and like go on about your way. Or synthesis, which then just kind of shoots out your being into the world with lack of better ways to explain it, and all organic and synthetic lives kind of become one. Mm-hmm. So there's no real difference, you know. It's like everyone is equal.
Harmony.
Yes. But, which I did not know existed until literally today, there was another option, which was like the refusal. So if you didn't pick one, or if you try to like shoot the ghost kid, basically you piss him off, he's like, well, fine then, and like walks off, and just the world ends. And it's just like the Reapers always do. They come, they destroy everyone, and the galaxy starts anew. And then in the cutscene after, because, you know, as you're playing the games, you come across all the different, like, little Prothean sound bites and, like, AI things being like, this is what happened. And you kind of piece together, like, shit went down, and this is what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. In the cutscene after, it is a little AI projection of Liara being like, this was our battle against the Reapers. So then the new generation of people that have to deal with them know how to stop them. And then it goes to that same cutscene at the end where it's like set years from now, and it's like someone talking to a little kid being like, well, they learned all the stuff for us, good for them. And so I didn't even know that option even existed, but it's a pretty horrible one. So
yeah, let's not do that one.
I know you have not finished the game, but what do you think your choice would be?
I liked the idea of everybody becoming the same. Because, like, I mean, yeah, it was kind of cool. It kept everybody around. Only you died.
But then you're gonna have to walk the world with, like, husks being normal people.
Yeah.
That'd be creepy.
I'll put makeup on them.
Get makeup on the ex-human robot.
Plastic
gross
surgery's
things.
a thing, you know, we can get them fixed.
That's true. I'm sure it's really advanced by 2185 or whatever year
I mean,
this is set in.
biotics, come on.
Yeah.
That's like a plastic surgery deal, which BT
True.
dubs, I would love to have biotics. Man,
But you don't want the faulty one Caden had. He had all of the migraines.
Yeah, that would suck. But
He was just an early one to get it.
I want the good one.
So, yeah, I did synthesis. Honestly, because I could not bear the thought of Joker and Edie not being able to be together.
Oh my god, I forgot about that ship. And I ship it so damn hard. So damn hard.
I was like, you know what? If me and Garrus can't live a long life together, you two can.
That's true. Let them live
Which,
for you.
fun fact, I'm going to jump ahead just because I thought this was interesting. So, one of my fun facts I had prepared. Did you know that the Garrus Vicarian romance option was added because of fan, reactions? Like, fans being like, I want to romance Garrus, and so they added it into the second game. Because in the first one, you only get Ashley, Caden, Liara.
Like, I'm so glad that became a thing because his voice, his, mannerisms, he was hot. Still is.
Yeah.
I cuddled that pillow the other night when I slept on your couch.
Oh, yeah, no, one of the first pillows, because Chris got me all these pillows, one of the first ones I got was Garrus because he is my true love. I think Garrus and Tally were my first two ones. I'm just kidding.
I mean, okay, wait, now are we going into...
Yeah, let me just, dive into characters now, because I've gotten through the important stuff. Mass Effect... What?
I thought something was there, sorry.
Oh.
I panicked.
But yeah, so let's get into kind of some of the most lovable characters or hated, because I'm interested to hear your opinions on some, because I know we very much differ on quite a few of them. And then also just some of the notable moments of the series that stand out in my head, which I surprisingly have not played these in a very long time. But there's points that will never get out of my brain. But Mass Effect 1. There are always going to be more characters than I've listed, but I have the big heavy hitters and then people in your actual crew. So the big guys have got Caden, Alenko, Ashley Williams, Garrus Vicarian, or not Rex, also my baby, Tally Zora. She wakes up. Liara Tassoni. Then also in your crew, you've got Joker, and then the unsung hero of Mass Effect, Dr. Chakwas. Yeah. She's the best. And then you've got the extra ruling the world. You've got Admiral Hackett, which just has a beautiful voice as well. Captain Anderson, who anything I ever hear that voice actor in, I'm like, it's Captain Anderson, because he's also in everything.
Oh yeah, so true.
Then you have the Council, which is the you're about to get blown up. You also have the Council, which is a Turian, a Solarian, and an Asari kind of president of sorts. Humans are still actually very new to this world. They're the latest alien race to be discovered, so they're not really accepted into the Council yet. That's why they are not there. But so you have those assholes. Who's your romance?
Caden. Caden was our romance. Yeah. I romance Caden. Liara, I didn't. Not that I didn't like her, but I didn't like her enough to romance her in the first one.
She's kind of I did Liara because Caden kind of annoyed me. I romanced Liara, but it wasn't until a later game that I realized how great Liara was. In the first one, she was just surface level, She got really good later on. But I did Liara, but I accidentally also romanced Caden. And so we were in this little round table meeting, and they both approached me being like, well, who do you like? And I was like, oh, Caden, I'm sorry I led you on, but I hate you.
You hate Caden?
I don't hate Caden. You know who I do hate? Ashley.
Here we go. Get it started.
Yeah, Ashley. She's a space racist. Thank you. I hate Ashley. She is a space racist, and I'm just not about her bullshit.
Yeah, she's a space racist. I killed her. Yeah, I killed her. Whenever it was that one mission.
Yeah. Yeah, no question. No, you kept her alive once. Because I remember getting really upset because I walk in Mass Effect 2 and she was still alive. And I was like, why the hell do you still have Ashley alive? She's a space racist.
But I don't know why, because I remember I romanced Caden.
I mean, you can romance him in the first game and then still kill him.
No, I know, but I remember, like, liking him enough to romance. Why did I? Now that you say that, I did keep her alive.
Yeah, because I remember like, you would have, like, her and Liara and Shepard on all your missions. Your girl gang.
Maybe that was it. I just wanted a girl gang.
Probably, but you have, like, Tally. She's not a space racist.
Tally...
Tally's
I
like a
love
child.
Tally. I love Tally, but Tally can't fight. That's why when it was later and you have Rex and Garrus.
Oh yeah, Rex and Garrus were my
Rex and
bros
Garrus
every single mission, all the time. So one of the things that kind of I remember standing out to me the first time that I played Mass Effect was the very first death of the game that I had to deal with, which was Jenkins.
Did I didn't watch you play it the first
No,
time.
I don't think so. But because you like, I remember it so much because there's a point where Caden and Jenkins are talking and he's being all cocky about going out and killing some aliens, and I pulled the renegade option of, you know, don't be cocky, like you'll get yourself killed. And then he died, and I was like, I killed Jenkins! And then, you know, death just keeps happening, so it kind of, but the first time...
Foreshadowing.
Yep. I just remembered, I was like, damn. Then yeah, Caden versus Ashley, always Ashley's dead. Always Ashley's dead. Kill the council, I did kill them the first time because I hated them. Did you keep them alive?
I think I did keep them alive. Because I used logic over feeling the one time in my life because it was a video game, and I was like, no, wait, no, yeah, I did keep them alive because isn't it if you kill them then it's an all human council, right?
Something happens. I don't really remember.
It becomes
honestly.
an all human council, and I didn't want that because I knew we can't do it. So.
You can't do it. So I think I've said Tally enough that Tally is coming to hang out with me. She's getting some mama loves. Also, I'm surprised we have waited this long to mention the Mass Effect 1 elevators.
Oh. Yep, they suck. Anyway, sorry. Can we also talk about the babes in Mass Effect 2 now?
Yes, so Mass Effect 2. You get to meet the new Cerberus humans, Jacob Taylor, aka Kanye West.
I romanced him.
Really?
At first I did. Until my real boo came along.
Then we have Miranda, the perfect human being. Like, genetically enhanced to be perfect. But then yet, her, like, voice and body actress, I can never say her name. She's the chicken Chuck. I'm literally not going to try because I will butcher it. She's just, like, naturally perfect. Like, they made a video game character that was enhanced to be perfect, and it looks just like her. Like, that's the best compliment.
Yeah,
Right?
That was really cool. I do hate Miranda, though.
I hated her at first. I grow to love her.
Maybe it's because I didn't finish 3, but I always hated Miranda.
Oh yeah, no, she's got some...
When she was talking about her sister, though.
That's her whole reason. Like, she doesn't want to do what she's doing, but she has to.
Yeah, like, that part was sad, but she was never one of my favesies. I was always just kind of like, ugh. Like, yeah.
I mainly just loved her because of her actress.
Yeah, I do like her because of that. That part is really cool.
Oh, Tally. Oh, God. My leg's just here. she like, panicked. Then we have Sweet Baby Morden.
Oh, Morden the Solarian.
I remember when he sings his song. Oh, actually, I don't know. No, because I think that was in the second one.
Yeah, that was in the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He sings the song. The Morden the Solarian.
The
Scientist Solarian. I don't remember it all. I used to.
I actually created my first D&D character kind of based off of him.
You told me. I do remember that.
It was a girl, and it actually turned out to be much different than Morden. But whenever I was creating the character, I had Morden in mind because I did a space campaign. But yeah. Oh my God! Why are there so many things that can kill me?
You just can't walk in the goop. So then, also, who I tried to romance so many times in both my FemShep and my ManShep campaign, even though I knew it was impossible, I still flirted and tried. Jack.
You can't with the guy?
I don't think so.
I thought you could.
I think you can maybe later on, but I never finished my ManShep game.
You totally can. I know you can.
Well,
because I was thinking earlier, I was like, I don't think you can in this. Oh, but you couldn't. She's not a part of your team in the third game, is she? I totally thought you could. Because I was just about to say, I want to make a guy character just so I can romance Jack. Because Jack is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love Jack so much. God, she's such a f***ing badass.
She really
amazing.
Is.
Always amazing. I can't even she's just so cool. She's so cool. Her look is super cool, and then even in the third one, she's still super cool. And then she's still this like badass boss bitch. And then she's like taking care of kids, and she like cares about them. I resonate a lot with.
So you can have casual sex with Jack, but not real romance.
That's what I want. I want casual sex with Jack. That's what I want.
Yeah.
All right.
You can. Then also, I just love everyone, but Grunt.
Grunt is cute.
Love Grunt. I love how he's literally like a preteen Krogan who's just like, I will smash. And then they're like, no, sweetie, you can. He's like, I will kind of smash. And they're like, okay.
That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, and then he basically
goes through
like
you tell
puberty.
Me. Yeah.
You have to take him through puberty. Yeah. All the Krogans that you get are just perfect.
Yes. No, I love them so much.
Because, you hear about Krogans and they're this, hard-headed, all about war. But then the two that you get are, really cool.
Remember when Commander Shepard headbutts Rex?
Yes! That's another reason. That's, another thing. Even though you play Shepard and you create, that character by the choices that you make, the just character of Shepard is amazing.
Right?
Just, so cool.
Then you also have Thane.
God, lover of my life.
That was Annie's love interest too. I felt so bad because Annie was so in love with Thane, who then dies of space cancer, and then also so in love with Morden, who then goes up in flames, and she was like, "This is the worst game ever."
Wait, did she romance Morden or just
no? Just love him.
Oh, okay. I was like, you can romance Morden?
No. It was funny. A friend of mine and I, without talking to each other, had both sent Annie these gifts, and his was a puzzle that he took the picture off of. So she just had this puzzle that she had to put together. And when she did, it was the scene of Morden with the flames.
Y'all are assholes.
I didn't send that one. I then sent her, not knowing that had already been given to her, a really cute little Morden plushie, but it just happened to be there right after she finished the puzzle, so it broke her heart again.
You're really mean, because didn't you also, or did she send it to you, the Sherlock falling off the roof?
She sent it to me. It's literally on my cabinet in the bedroom right now.
I remember you getting that because that's when we lived together, and I just remember being in my room and hearing, and running in there and being like, what? And then you showed it to me, and it's Sherlock jumping off the roof.
It was a hand-drawn, really cute picture of a British road, and then up at the top on this little slide track is Sherlock, and then he falls, and there's a little blood puddle at the bottom.
Whoa!
And then you open the card, and the text that Annie sent with it was 5 lines of ha 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 dash Annie.
What the hell? Y'all are weird.
But she also sent me my Deadpool riding a corgi.
Well, way to make it up.
Yeah. So, anyway, back on track. We also then have Samara.
Oh, wait, I'm not finished with that. I'm not finished.
I'm sorry.
You really passed over Thane, and I'm upset.
I'm sorry.
So, Garrus will always be my boo.
I mean, he's the only real option, but yes.
But Thane was... God, Thane was so cool because you got to learn all this information about, like, where he was coming from. And you're just, like, sitting there, and you're just like, wow, like... this is really awesome and shit. And then, like, slowly he starts to, like have feels for you and, like, starts saying all that, like,
He's just so poetic.
Yeah, he's very poetic, and speaking about relationships, I'm a hopeless romantic, and so Thane was just like, oh my god, yes. And then he dies. Then your heart just gets ripped out because he dies. And you, like, barely see him in the third game. Like,
because he's on his deathbed. You literally go see him at the hospital.
It's so sad. And that's the other thing is, the worst part is you know it's coming too, because he tells you that he's
romance him.
Because he tells you that he's sick. My dad is kicking some major ass. But he tells you that he's sick and you just can't help it. Oh, okay. I really love Thane.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good too.
I could go past Thane now.
Yeah,
I want to make sure. All right. So then you also get Samara and then Morinth. Samara being, I believe she was a Justicar at one point, and Asari, gorgeous. And then Morinth is
Samara's
like,
really cool. I wish you knew more about Samara. Like, you do.
Right?
You do, but I feel like there was some missed opportunity on
There's
Samara.
like some moments where she like saves the world. You know?
Oh yeah.
And then you get to like, you learn a little more about her when you meet Morinth, who is her like serial killing daughter, who's in her own way a badass, but also a murderer. But there's also, I believe, an option to where you can, like, because she, Morinth was one of those where she, like, it's like a siren. She woos people with her just
Feminine
body.
wilds.
Yeah. And she can pretty much, like, you can choose to, like, basically let her convince you to, like, take the place of her mother, and you, like, get rid of Samara.
And I never did that.
I never did that
never did that either. I mean, because it was just like, get out of my way! Yeah, like, I just never understood that. Again, another one of those things, it's like, why? Because you've already, like, had all this, which maybe I just don't remember. Maybe she had some really convincing evidence on why you should take her instead of her mom. But I was always just like, nah, Samara's, like, super cool, and you're, like, a crazy bitch.
Yeah. I think it's, like, again, the renegade option sort of
Yeah.
thing, but it's insane. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because she kills everyone that has sex with her. That's how she's a murderer. Serial killer.
Oh, so you kind of feel sorry for her, right? At one point, don't you?
I mean, she just tries to convince you to let her live and get rid of her mom, and then she'll murder you if you sex her up.
Oh, can
because
you do
that's
that?
how she... I would assume so. Because there are multiple ways, especially in Mass Effect 2, that you can die and the game is over. Like, you cannot complete the game if you do certain things.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I remember this part. We should
Bye,
change.
Dad. But then we've got Legion, who is a
Yay!
Geth, but he is like, he is Legion. He is all.
Yeah.
He is awesome. He's super chill. Edie, who started off as just a little blob in the machine, then became a human. Well, not human, but had a body.
Also, Edie, very cool. Very great.
Oh, shit. I also did not put on the list, but she's staring me right in the face right now. Arya, the most badass Asari of the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Liara, but Arya, like,
Oh, I was supposed
kill
to...
shit, takes names. Then we have the DLC characters of Zaid or Kasumi.
Oh, Kasumi! I forgot about Kasumi. Kasumi's my shit.
Yeah.
Also, in 2, I would send Kasumi everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
would send Kasumi with me
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah, Kasumi was my girl. Oh, I love Kasumi.
Kasumi's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Zaid, I was like, eh.
He's just like a cool mercenary bro, you know? But he's just there.
Kasumi, damn. Oh, I feel really angry at myself. Because, yeah, I would always pick Kasumi and Jack.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Kasumi
So,
and Jack.
freaking good.
Fun fact, Taylor actually drew me this really... Well, Taylor drew all the Mass Effect characters, and they all looked very awesome, because Taylor's an artiste. But then Taylor also drew me this really badass image of Kasumi, and I have it somewhere, and I need to get it framed.
Yee.
And hang
I
it
don't
up.
have any of mine anymore. My favorite one that I did was a Thane, but gave it to the ex from hell, so I'll never have it again.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun. This is the episode.
It was super cool though, because it was like, you know how he'd be in his room and it was like all dark and then it would just be like light on half his face. You know?
Wait, who are we talking about?
Thane.
Oh.
It was
We were
awesome.
talking about somebody else, and I was like, nope, I never saw that.
Thane. Yeah, it was really cool. But anyway, so couple of things in Mass Effect 2. So you have the suicide mission at the end, which is the whole like shit gets real because the collectors take your entire crew, they've been wrecking shit, you jump through the Mass Effect relay after gearing up your ship, because that's one of the times you can just like insta die, is if you don't upgrade your ship enough, it will like get destroyed as soon as you do the Mass Effect relay and you never do the last mission. But you do that. So then there's a couple of options that you can take there. I'm probably forgetting some. But the first one is you have to have like a biotic field around y'all and those weird waspy things that kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Which person did you have make it?
Oh, shit. What? How did I fail? I was shooting things.
One of your other team members might have died, maybe? I don't really know.
I don't know. I forgot how to do this one. It's hard because I'm also not listening to it.
But yeah, so you get to pick between your biotic people on who does the shield for you. Who would you always have do it?
I don't remember. I played this game so long ago. Maybe Jack?
I would do Jack. But then you could also choose like a Team B captain. And I think it was between Garrus or Miranda.
Oh. Garrus or Miranda? Really?
Yeah.
I bet I picked Miranda.
Yeah, I always did Miranda too, because she asked. I mean, both of them like volunteer, but I'm like, nah, you go, girl.
And I'm always like, keep Garrus, baby.
Yeah, I always had Garrus on my team anyway. Even though in like that first game he died constantly. But that's okay. And then you also have, who would you send back with all of your crew that you...
Saeed. I do remember that.
So,
Because
the
I was
first
just
time...
like, whatever.
Yeah, the first time, in my thought process, I was like, I'm going to send someone who can actually help them, like Morden, who's a doctor, but also a military dude. He can fight his way back. He can heal and help my people.
Yeah.
Nope, he died. And I didn't get to have Morden for the third game.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I did it, because I didn't remember, I remember this, because you wouldn't help me. You were like, nope, you got to make your own decisions, which, okay, fine, Tay-Tay, but I made all the correct decisions. I made all the correct decisions, and I kept them all alive. So
I know, mine were, everything was fine
your...
until that one.
What am I messing up on?
You have to stay near your dad, because he can't die.
I was killing all the things that were coming at him.
They can shoot from far away. I'm assuming. I really don't know. Yeah. Also, did you ever, because I definitely made it a point every single time to woo Kelly Chambers, your little like assistant chick, woo her into feeding your fish?
I remember, I don't know if I ever like fully, maybe I did. I can't remember if I ever fully did that.
Oh, I did.
But that was,
You like
that
get all
always cracked me
flirty,
up.
invite her to room, have dinner, like, it's, yeah, and then she's like, I'll feed you a fish if you want. You're like, cool, thanks, bye.
Thanks, girl.
Appreciate ya, because I always buy fish.
Yeah, I mean.
Then Mass Effect 3, you have pretty much all the same people, but then you get James Vega, aka John Cena.
John Cena!
Samantha Trainer. you get Samantha Trainer, who's like the new Kelly Chambers, essentially. And
Except
then Javik.
better.
Except so much better because, oh well, and then also Javik. But because one of my points of things to bring up was Samantha Trainer and her sonic toothbrush.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the toothbrush
I do
scene?
remember the toothbrush. And I remember the horrible
She's
horrible CG of her face. Basically, okay, so the best part about 3, honestly, is just the DLCs.
Oh,
the
yeah,
DLCs
100%.
of 3 make that game. Like, I mean, 3 is cool. There was a thingy somewhere, and I don't know where it went. I mean, 3 was really cool, but the DLCs, the party DLC.
That was another thing I was going to bring up was the party. Like, it's so great. I mean, like,
Oh my
Grunt's
God.
crying in the shower at one point, and you get to take the group picture with everyone.
Yes. Okay, see, can I make another point?
Yes.
The DLC, that is a prime example of how to have nostalgia and loving of your characters and loving of what you love about Mass Effect without it being the same. Like, that is that's the way to do it, because you got everything you wanted. You got all these little like cool parts of the characters, and like it was really funny and it was really cute, and it was just awesome, but it was new. You didn't feel like anything was the same. It was really great. Like, that is the way to do it. And I don't understand. BioWare, you made that. You made that. Like,
And especially since in the third game, you don't get to see all of those characters. Like, you don't have them all on your team. Like, you go to their certain, like, places and hang out and do whatever, but...
oh, I'm supposed to help him open the door.